Hi Capricorn, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have what are their true intentions in love. And so Capricorn, we have these oracle cards here, and please don't live or die by these readings. No, you can live or die by my philosophy, though. You could do that. But regarding these, these tarot readings, you guys, they're general readings, right? Take what fits and leave the rest out. And in the reading, Capricorn, I've kind of browsed your cards here because I had to, had a little cough, so I just kind of turned the camera off, right? But I've looked at your cards a little bit, not your person so much. And we have, like, you're in this place, Capricorn, where I feel like you want this person that I don't believe you're with, but you want them to understand that you'll help them build. You'll help them build an empire or a stable life, something like that. You want them to see the worth in you. And I feel like this is how you feel. Like you kind of feel like this person is like kind of on their own. I mean, they could be with somebody else, but the point about it is that you kind of feel like they feel like they're on their own. But no, you're like, you're trying to offer your hand or your heart to them. I feel like your hand, both, but hand and heart. And you feel like this person is kind of like not, they don't see the full picture. Yeah, they don't. And it could be because of maybe, maybe they're going through, maybe they have things in their life here or childhood wounds or something that has kind of helped them back, held them back. I feel like your person, for some, here they have judgment in the challenge. They could be going through an awakening, but they are not fully ascending. And I say that because of the King of Swords over here, right? He's a different kind of King of Swords, he is. And you have the Chariot here, right? The Chariot in this deck talks about somebody who is who could be thinking, for some, that they're going through a drastic change. But this is what's on your mind. You could be thinking this person is kind of rushing ahead of themselves, kind of, maybe not even with action, just with kind of possibly their emotions, right? This is the Chariot is Cancer. This is about emotions, but this is about like moving forward and movement. It is because it is the Chariot. hmm this lion is supposed to be, if you look at him, he looks very tired, and that's what that's about here. I feel like this is what's on your mind. You could be feeling tired of kind of analyzing this whole situation. You might be, but you could be also thinking here that I wonder if this person maybe has the kind of the mojo to move forward with me. There's your cards are very analytical in this reading. That's just how it is in this. You're analyzing the situation you are, and so, yeah, you think your person is like only kind of maybe possibly halfway ascended, right? And I was listening to two kind of excerpts or kind of parts of The Alchemist, right? And it can talk about somebody, I believe it's from The Alchemist because, yeah, I believe it is, but it could talk about somebody who has only halfway ascended. So what that means is that you could think, wow, I went through a change, or anybody. But if you only can see a situation from the intellectual aspect, there is no way you have fully ascended because you haven't seen it from an empathic side or an emotional side. You can only really understand something truly with your feelings. This is why they say artificial intelligence can't pick up on, they don't really have emotions. They're saying now that they do, but they're not human emotions. Of course not, you guys. And that's a completely different discussion to talk about artificial intelligence because it's really what they want. They want that to take over, yeah, and it's a big, long thing, right? But I feel like you are kind of in this reading. You could feel like your person is very much contemplating. We have the Jack of Hearts, and this is Colonel Brandon. Yeah, not the Jack, the Four of Hearts. He's reading here, but he's kind of sad here. I feel like you think your person could be sad. Maybe you are sad about the situation, right? And we also have the Queen of Hearts. Let's see what the Queen of Hearts talks about in this particular reading. And this is, the Queen of Cups. It is. We have all the regular, kind of like the regular tarot down here, in case somebody's kind of missing tarot here. The traditional, I should say. And the this is the Queen of Hearts. This is mystery. This is the High Priestess. And Elizabeth's feelings for Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, yeah, are hidden even from her until she realizes that she loves him. And I feel like that's what I mean about an awakening, though, on some level. Somebody realized that your person realized that they loved you. And I feel like it was either in hindsight or something, but you want this person to fully awaken. And that could be the awakening they had. Well, gee, I love Capricorn, right? We do have the master and the disciple over here. Talks about somebody who is, this could be talking about somebody who has only halfway ascended, because halfway between the disciple and the teacher, or the master, or the maestro, whatever you want to call it, here he is, the very wise one. You could tell by the way he's holding his arms, and no stress, and and then the guy's washing the cups down here, the student, right? And so you could be halfway between. That is a halfway ascension, and I feel like that's what's kind of been going on in your person's life. Yeah, we also have the Two of Cups over here, right? And this is, in the Lover's Path deck, it talks about love. We have the Princess of Love too, or the Princess of Cups, I should say. This is Bragween. Yeah, and we have this card, Capricorn, of the Knight of Stones. And this is a very deep reading. Yeah, I mean, I had to pull, I pulled out all these deep cards today. I don't really know what I was thinking, because there's really a lot of them. Yeah, there may be even too many, but we have a quick grasp of essentials. This is what you want this person to do. You want this person to wake up one morning and go, aha, I have an aha moment. I understand it completely. I thought I did, but I only understood the situation halfway. Yeah, and this is perseverance, kindness, helpfulness. You want this person to understand that you'll help them. You're like, could you stop? Could you stop? Like, wake up. I'll help you. I'll help you build. I'll help you, be happy. Something like that. I mean, you could be saying, what does that mean? I'll help you be happy. But I feel like you understand this person maybe more than they understand themselves. And that's what I mean here. Yeah, and the Knight of Stones, this could be you, Capricorn, the Knight of Pentacles, right? And this is, as a person in your life, somebody who's reliable and can get the job done. He is a good person to have at your side, like your ally. Let's talk a good ally. Exactly right. You want this person to see that you are their ally. They're not seeing you that way. Maybe they're completely in love with you here, but they're going through some type of an awakening. They have judgment in their challenge. I feel like it's a disturb. When you see judgment in the challenge, it could be about a decision. But in this reading, I feel like it's about an awakening. Yeah. So here you are, Capricorn, the Queen of Hearts. You want this person to see you as an ally down here as well, that you can help them. You can help them build, maybe even wake up, kind of, right? Yeah. And let's see what we have. The Horse here, and this is also, this is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Stones. We talked about that a little bit here. This can talk about checking the details. Yeah, you want this person to seeing through things. That's what you want them to do. And that's what I mean. They're not fully awakened here. I'll help them, Capricorn. We have this little lobotomy room here, and we also have electric shock therapy. Yeah, that's what they used to do to people all the time. Yeah, and and people would go for it. This is dumbasses, right? Now, they're gonna have a microchip. It's kind of the same thing, right? And some people are gonna line up for it. Yeah, this is the dumminess that's going on in this world. Don't ever let anybody put anything in your brain, all right, Capricorn? Yeah. So let's see what else we have. And we have the protection card. Like the Four of Pentacles is protection. You want them to know, Capricorn, that you'll help protect them. This is like a very nurturing love you have for this person. And I can tell you love this person because you're willing to really help them. Yeah, you are. And maybe here they are running out of the asylum, Capricorn. Just kidding. So we have here the Pied Piper, and this talks about kind of spreading disinformation, right? Nowadays, disinformation is the truth. You could go to prison. Yeah, in Norway, she said that lesbians cannot have a baby or something like that. And I have to agree with her. Yeah, or not lesbian. No, she didn't say that, you guys. That's the wrong thing. No. She said a man cannot be a lesbian. That's what she said. That makes sense. Yeah. And so, they're trying to put her in prison for speaking the truth and the obvious. Yeah. And this is what I mean about disinformation, right? So we're just trying to tell you the truth over here, Capricorn. We are, right? And the four of stones, not storms. We see the little fawn here, the baby deer, right? Really beautiful. And trying to kind of hide out underneath these stones for protection. And let's see what it says here. The newly risen sun brings hope and renewed vitality to the vulnerable. Yeah, you think your person is vulnerable, Capricorn, right? Yeah, you're the stronger one in this reading, Capricorn. For sure you are. And this could be the never-ending saga here. You could be saying, I'm tired of being the strong one, right? I want to be the one to relax a little bit. We also have the Two of Cups and the Princess of Cups. Let's see what it says here. Let's see what it says about this, right? The Two of Cups is harmony, partnership, and love. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you want to create something with harmony with this person, but I feel like on some level they're not really seeing that or understanding that. And I feel like your person's stuck in their own little world, but they are waking up very slowly, right? Interesting, Capricorn is, we have this card here, right, that I have with my astrology book here, right? It talks about Capricorn is, in general, Capricorn, you guys can be the... kind of like, between the tortoise and the hare, I would have to say you guys are the tortoise, right? And, slow and steady wins the race. It does, right? I'd probably have to say that the hare would be Sagittarius, right? Because, they sometimes rush, very impulsive. But Capricorn takes their time to get to the top of the hill, the pinnacle. It talks about that right here. Yeah. Your life purpose is to develop self-reliance. The path may feel lonely at times, but you always keep the eye on the goal, right? And see, and you develop your gifts slowly over time. I feel like that's very true, right? The Knight of Pentacles can be seen as a slow energy. Planets here will act with maturity. Your planets in Capricorn, aware of tradition and what might be socially accepted. Okay, so yeah, you could be worried about what's socially accepted, maybe. Aware of tradition. Sagittarius doesn't give a shit about what's socially acceptable. No, we're about the truth. Yeah, but you guys, it is ruled by Capricorn, by Saturn, which talks about discipline, but it can talk about success through discipline, right? It talks about a bunch of things here. It does. Not just on this card, right? But I feel like, in this reading here, you want this person to kind of wake up here, and you're being kind of patient for some of you guys, right? Realizing that this person is kind of, I believe, or maybe this is your energy, but somebody who's kind of like the tortoise, right? And you want them, though, to kind of fully ascend before they step out as, as the tortoise, right? Slow in the race. But you want them to fully, you feel like if they fully ascend here, that they will, they'll join you, or, that you'll kind of end up with this person or something like that. Yeah. Okay, you guys are focused and hardworking and acting strategically and aiming for practical achievements and professional success. That's what you guys do. You guys, you guys, like, you're going a little slow here, but, you're aiming for your success very pragmatically. Like, a lot of Capricorns won't take huge risks, but they will aspire for success. But it is, a solid success. It's not like I'm going to go gamble down here and, win $1 million. No, slow and steady wins the race, right? I feel like you want this person to understand that you're on their side and that you can help them build. So let's see what else it says here. We also have the Princess of Cups, and she is Bragween. Let's see what it says about her: gentleness, intuition, and invitation, and loyalty. Yeah, you want them to trust their intuition. You are, right? I also feel like you want them to emotional receptivity. See what I mean here? And this is what they say, that you cannot fully ascend unless you are somewhat empathic and you are kind of feeling your way, of course, right? You can't do anything without feeling it, right? Otherwise, it's very cold and kind of robotic, right? Yeah. And so let's see what else we have for you guys. We have gratitude in the reading, Capricorn. I just feel like this person very much appreciates you, but they still have a little bit of ways to go here. Maybe this person lied in the past. I feel like you want to tell this person something, or one of you guys wants to like, and maybe they want to tell you that they are going through an awakening, because I feel like that's probably it. I also feel like this awakening for this person could be like somebody else's kind of downfall. Like I've outgrown you, or just something like that, right? Let's see what else we have for you, Capricorn. Yeah. See what we have for Capricorn. And let's see, in the challenge is the Sun and the Hanged Man. This is what I mean about all these majors that you have. And this is, let's see, I feel like you want this person to be very clear here. You want them to see the light. You want them to illuminate themselves or enlighten themselves, especially here with the Hanged Man, because this is an enlightenment, and so is the Sun. You may want them to sacrifice the way that they have been thinking in their life. Maybe you want them to sacrifice, a real situation here as well, like a tangible situation. Because I do feel like you want them to kind of just leave something behind. And part of it is their beliefs, but I don't feel like this is entirely it, right? Let's see what they have to say about the Hangman here. He is the different Hangman. He is kind of pondering, but he's down off his post, right? He said, let me get down. I could think better if I can stand up straight here, possibly, right? Let's see what they say about the Hanged Man. Yeah. Here he is, and this talks about a man freed from the rope. Yeah, is lost in thought under the tree. He seems to be puzzled. He is thinking deeply while supporting his chin. Okay, and whoever wrote this, this is not, it sounds funny because it's not somebody who went to school here. No, in the United States. No, it's not. Or the UK or somewhere else, right? Or Canada. He is thinking deeply. Okay. Or maybe it is boring because his goal has not been achieved yet, but the work it was ended sooner. Yeah, this person here, your person here in the challenge here, you could be becoming bored with this. But I feel like you want this person to see the richness you're offering, and that their life is kind of boring. I feel like that's what you want. You could be saying, wow, I mean, for some, right? Well, that's true, kind of. The tree bloomed flowers over time. Okay. Talks about somebody, like, there's little truths are coming out. I feel like it's for this person, right? But little by little, the past time may have been wasted, and he may regret that he was hung up on something that could have been solved. They could have been easily solved. Only he will know the answer himself. And this is in your challenge. Yeah, you want this person to know the answer themselves. Yeah, you don't want them to come to you and go, I don't know, just say, hey, I'm really in love with you or something like that. You want them to say that, but I feel like you want them to understand from their end completely, right? Of course, you don't want somebody to make an apology because they feel the need. You want this person to really wake up on their own. The King of Pentacles showing up, and this is in your hope. But he's hiding the pentacle, and he's trying to pull it out here. You're hoping this person will kind of like show their cards, kind of. I feel like that's it. Wake up and show their cards to themselves, probably, and to you both. Yeah, it's a trip here because he's kind of pulling that out, right? The pentacle. Let's see what it says here about the King of Pentacles. And this is the king is hiding the gold pentacle. Somehow he seems to be conscious of other people, and the wariness is felt from his eyes. Excuse me. He's tired, right? Now he's in a situation which has to hide the gold pentacle that has made him shine. He seems to face a moment when he should be calculating, even though he owns everything. Yeah, I feel like your person has some money here, but you feel like you're hoping that they're going to see here that this is a critical time for them. Like, In this reading, Capricorn, I feel like you've been patient, but there's something here too where you're like, I'm not going to wait around forever. If you can't fully awaken and see your life for what it is, then I have to move on here. Yeah, you realize this person has been vulnerable, though. This is why I feel like you're probably being patient for some. He seems to face a moment when he should be calculating, even though he owns everything. The King of Pentacles will hide and deceive what he has now in order to satisfy favorable conditions from some type of compromise or negotiation, which is kind of saying that, this person will lie to themselves about what he has. Okay, maybe this is okay. This could be about your person possibly lying to themselves, but it could be about them lying to somebody else because they're going through some type of an ascension. I feel like that's what you want. You could be hoping that this person will kind of hide their cards from somebody else, that they have awakened, and I feel like that, that they're just kind of growing up and they're going to see this for what it is. I feel like you really want your person to break out from something, from another situation. Yeah, you do. If he shows all his cards, look at that. He will be at a disadvantageous position. It would be the best if those who have a lot It would be the best if those who have a lot give that much, but the world does not work so honestly. You want your person to realize here that, whoever they're dealing with or whatever situation they're dealing with, it may not be entirely honest. So you're like, hide your cards and figure your life out on your own. Like, don't show everybody your cards and possibly don't trust everybody. And your fear here is that they're not going to try to hold up something. They're not going to support something that I feel like it's the exact opposite. Here's Atlas trying to hold up the tower. It's already breaking and falling. I beg your pardon. You're afraid that this person will just try to keep something that's already broken. Try to hold up some fakeness in their life, right? The fakeness could be that, I don't know, that they want to stay wherever they're at, or that they're not entirely ascended. That's it. You want this, like you're afraid that they're going to try to support something that's not serving them. Yeah, and so we have the Knight of Swords for your person, Capricorn, and this is their, this could be their past energy. Yeah, let's see what they say here, because this is it. This is the regular Knight of Swords. Yeah, it is. Okay, guys, so the Knight of Swords here. It talks about somebody who is taking some fast action, or they want to, or they want to maybe cut something out in their life. But it does talk about kind of being deliberate, and sometimes it's a reckless energy, right? But it talks about kind of taking some fast action. They have the moon with it, and this is the traditional moon. It doesn't mean these people are traditional. No, they're not. Good God, no. There's even, each card is a little different here. And with the moon, your person here, in my opinion, is they were in the dark a little bit about, about all this kind of stuff here. But this could be them right now. This talks about a cautious attitude. I feel like they have been in a cautious attitude. And, this is about inspiration and fantasy. Yeah. Over time, this person has been fantasizing about you for a long time. I feel like you are their prime source of inspiration. And I feel like, this card here, this reading, this is what is kind of frustrating you possibly. Well, if I'm your, if you're so inspired about me, then why don't you make a move or something like that? Yeah. This card can represent a very secret story. Yeah, you're the secret, or you were, which takes place under the cover of darkness, like a crayfish, which is crawling up from under the water while the animals do not notice it here. This is in your person. Your person's thinking of doing something, of taking some fast action here. I feel like they are, because they have been so inspired about you. And here they have what's on their mind. Your person has the Emperor. I beg your pardon, you guys. And this is the stubborn, the even more stubborn emperor, because here he is crossing his arms. Yeah, he's risen up from his throne, and he has a look of disapproval on his face. This is what could be on your person's mind, but they have their mind. He definitely has his eye on a situation, and that's what it's a situation about you. And this Emperor Capricorn talks about somebody who is like knowing that something could be a major loss in their empire, and this is why they are being stubborn. But this is why they kind of have their eye on the situation very clearly. And this is kind of what you want your person to do. You want them to like pay attention to this situation so they can fully awaken. Excuse me, you guys. The opponent will also be a tough person. This is what's on their mind. Your person might have to deal with somebody who might give them a hard time here. It could be a situation in which the emperor was afraid or frightened, or something he was worried about finally happened, had to be solved. Yeah, your person knows they're at a crossroads here, and they're trying to figure out what to do here. Definitely, and I've been saying this, but from your perspective, Capricorn, you know here that this person has to be very intuitive to really understand here, to fully awaken. Yeah, even if even if there are numerous retainers, okay, what they mean, as I said, I mean, somebody wrote this book. English is their second language, but uh, you know, but my point about it is that what this really means here is that or they use Google, right? Excuse me, you guys. Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, good God here. And so, what this really means, Capricorn, is that this person has already been stuck about many details in the situation, right? They're trying to figure it out. They've already had problems trying to figure this out, or different aspects or different factors involved. Yeah. And your person feels alone because there's some type of great shoulder, something on their shoulders here they're carrying. And they have to make this decision all alone. This person feels alone, right? And we have judgment, and this is showing up in their challenge. This is about an awakening here, an ascension. Of course, as I've been saying, I feel like they do, especially next to this emperor, they have to make a decision. That's how they feel here, right? And the moon card is showing up for them. This is the other moon. This is in their hopes and fears. Yeah, the other moon. And where kind of the dogs kind of ran away because they're kind of freaked out here about this full moon, right? Let's see what we have. We just kind of went through a full moon. I feel like we did. And I was kind of tripping. Yeah. Let's see what it says here. The sky has changed into a more mysterious color, and the size of the crayfish has changed even bigger. Surprised by it, the dog and the wolf are running away. You see? The crayfish was hiding under the water limbs up to the ground triumphantly. Yeah, see, okay. So, in other words, somebody was hiding here. And, this is your person. They have been hiding from their own heart and their own ascension and in some level because they've only halfway awakened. Yeah. It's interesting here. Even the moon seems to hide its face in the clouds and tries to put the situation behind it, assuming ignorance. Your person knows that they've been ignorant here. They know they've only halfway awakened. I feel like they do. This is kind of a trip. Because in a way, they know they have awakened only halfway, but the other half kind of thinks that it's like confusing for them. I beg your pardon, you guys. Half of the world may already have been occupied by such secret and fantastic beings. Even the rules and orders are different here. Yeah, your person is kind of, they know the rules are different here once you awaken. Yeah, they definitely get that here. I also feel like your person has been like consumed just with the thought of you here. and this decision that they feel like they need to make. They have the high priestess showing up for them. And let's see here. It's a little different. I feel like it is. Yeah, this is the other high priestess. This is going to be in their fear. You see how they are fear. This person knows they have only, when we see the high priestess here, in their doubts and their fears or their negative kind of vibe, negative energy or whatever, this talks about they know that they have only like halfway ascended. Yeah, that's what this reading is about. Definitely. Let's see what they say here about this other high priestess. Yeah, who, could have, she can only be half of a high priestess, right? You could be trying to give out advice when she, let's see what it says here. And the second high priestess rose up from her seat, and now, oh no, this is the original, but the picture's different. Is sitting facing the front in an upright posture. Okay, her confident attitude shows her hard-nosed and rational personality. She shows her best talent in a calm and intelligent field. The black and white pillars behind her indicate the forceful character of the high priestess who decides only right and wrong without neutrality. This is showing up here in their fear. They're trying to make a decision based on right and wrong, but it says without neutrality. This is kind of, sometimes they symbolize the day and night, okay, or they seem to represent her inner ambivalence. Ambivalent means you're weighing the pros and cons, right? She looks rational and delicate in everything, but her inner self can be full of desire for power and fame, or maybe there can be a hidden lover. It's hard to read what's on. This is in your person's fear and your doubts here. And again, for me, it has to do with them trying to just, weigh the pros and cons here, but not too much intellectually. Yeah, your person knows it here. They are trying to definitely ascend, and I feel like in the long run they're probably going to do that. We're going to go to the extended. Yeah, we are, Capricorn. I really want to see, and because they are, we kind of have to help them out and give them, like, throw them a bone here, because that you're like in this reading, Capricorn, you're like the high priestess, the psychologist. You're like totally analyzing this person. And I feel like the problem better than they do, right? This is why you're trying to throw them a bone. We're going to end the reading. We're going to see how they feel in the other reading. We're going to see how they're looking at this. And we're going to look at the actions they're taking. Yeah, we are. We want to see that. And also who's in their environment, or what, I beg your pardon, in their near future. And what you don't know about them, Capricorn. Yeah, definitely what they might want to say to you. And of course, their true intentions. Thanks so much for joining me here. God bless. They're all super affordable. The link is always below the reading. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.